So, welcome back to Third Rate Content, and today we are once again in Shropshire, and we are in northwesterly Shropshire in Knockin, very close to the Welsh border, very close to Oswestry. The church here was built in the 12th century, although had major restoration work carried out in the Victorian age. Next door, just behind us and behind the church, is the hill or ruins of Knockin Castle. And as you know, on Third Rate Content, we dive into history, mystery, folklore, legend and magic, and Knockin has it all. So buckle up and I'll see you out here. The name Knockin first came from a Celtic word. Cnukyn is spelt with a C rather than a K, and it means little hillock. It was first recorded in 1165 as Cnukyn or Knockin, and this mound that we're standing right close to now, there's a little brook in between the churchyard and the mound, may be the ancient hill that the Celts named the settlement after. But this was a landmark for Celtic people long before the Normans arrived. Back then, this could have been a sacred spot, maybe for rituals or gatherings, given its strategic spot near the Welsh border. That Celtic energy sets the stage for anything that came later, and maybe for the legends we'll uncover today. I mean, it was quite common for the Normans, when they came to this country, to build their motte and bailey castles on top of pre-existing mounds, burial mounds, or whatever the ancient people had used them for. They were already built though, so it made sense to build the castles right on top of them. I'm just having a good look to see if I can see any remaining stonework from Knockin Castle. I can't, to be honest. It's very overgrown, being the middle of summer now. And I don't think there was a lot left after it was all cannibalised for building projects in the area. Yeah, up here on probably what was one of the perimeter walls. I'm just speculating, but it does seem like it. This is like the lower Bailey area, and then this would have been one of the areas where the wall was sited back in the day, possibly. This little area on the main road would have been used to lead horses down to for a drink, possibly, but it does definitely look like that to me. Very interesting. Yeah, in the late 12th century, the Lestrange family arrived. They built Knockin Castle and this church, St Mary's. They were marcher lords, defending the border under kings like Edward I. And their influence peaked when John Lestrange became the first Baron Lestrange of Knockin in 1299. But their power didn't last. By the 15th century, Knockin had passed to the Stanley family through marriage. Joan Lestrange wed George Stanley in 1482, and their son became the Earl of Derby. Knockin became a minor estate, and by 1540, the castle was a ruin. Its stones quarried for buildings like this church, the Lestranges, faded as their male line died out. Their lands absorbed by more powerful families, leaving only these remains behind. And a defensive site here, completely unnecessary with the end of the Welsh Wars. Despite the looks, all the windows at Knockin are Victorian. But Knockins history has birthed eerie legends. Let's find out about it. In the 19th century, 1800s, villagers spoke of a white lady that haunted the churchyard here. It is a common trope in sort of Victorian and before haunted areas. We did feature one earlier on this year at Ormond Abbey, but there's many more all around the country. I mean, she could be a Lestrange woman or someone associated with the Lestranges. You're caught and stuck wandering between here and the castle, but with Knockin's Celtic roots, she could be from the ancient past, an ancient spirit guarding this sacred hill. This looks like a really ancient yew tree here in the churchyard. I couldn't tell you exactly how wide it is or its girth. I haven't got a tape measure, but it's massive and significant, and it looks like it's been here for a long time, as I'm always saying on this channel. And we do visit a lot of churchyards in Shropshire, and they virtually all have old yew trees, signifying, as I often say, pre-Christian usage, as the where the castle was signifies or indicates as well. And another story that has gone around here is of the tunnels connecting the castle to the church. None have been found, but this again is a very common story that you hear not just in Shropshire but everywhere, although there are some notable cases of it in Shropshire and Shrewsbury especially. Shrewsbury Abbey is supposed to have tunnels leading everywhere, and there are supposed to be tunnels, we've covered them again on the Ormond Abbey video, that lead from Ormond Abbey to Shrewsbury town centre. Again, are these just legends or misremembered ley lines, or were there actual tunnels here? Who knows? Until someone finds some hard evidence, it's just speculation at the moment. There is rumours of a curse that affected the Lestranges after they built a castle on possibly an ancient Celtic or before mound. I mean, this could have happened. As I've always said, I would not like to live on an ancient, pre-Christian, prehistoric burial mound, but they didn't seem to mind it in the Norman times. But Shropshire is full, as we know, of these types of this type of folklore or legends. I mean, we've got Stiper stones, which we've covered in depth, and others, but this almost feels like a quieter version of those sort of stories. So what do you think? Tell us in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Yeah, unfortunately, church roulette not kind to us today. Oh well. The weathered sandstone porch at Knockin does look medieval, but don't be fooled, it is wholly Victorian, part of the renovation works. Hybrid stone and iron roller. Yeah, Knockin's Celtic roots and medieval history make this place feel alive with magic. This little hillock just across the stream was a sacred spot for the Celts, then a Norman stronghold, and now a quiet village where the past still lingers. They still have a harvest festival here at Knockin, which echoes ancient traditions. Some believe ley lines, mystical energy paths connect Knockin to other sacred sites, you know, like St Winifred's Well, which is very close to here. We visited it earlier on this year. I will leave a link to it in the description box. Yeah, Knockin does have some superb Victorian stained glass, which unfortunately you won't be able to see today. So Knockin, it has layers, from its Celtic hill to the Lestrange family and their rise and fall. It's got some haunting legends, and it makes it a perfect spot for us to visit here on Third Rate Content. A White Lady, rumoured tunnels, and a cursed, ruined castle. It's history and mystery wrapped in Shropshire's magic. What do you think? Have you heard of any of Knockin's legends? Please drop them in the comments if you have. And why don't you like if you enjoyed today's video, subscribe if you haven't already, but thank you if you have. Leave a comment, as I've been saying, if you'd like to critique today's video or if you've got anything to add to it, that would be super to hear. But as well, why don't you follow us on Instagram? We're active on there every day, and there's loads of content you won't see on Third Rate Content YouTube. So anyway, if I don't see you soon, I'll see you 3 times as soon. Third Rate Content signing out. Bye bye.